Even if we would do this and identify property owners outside the jurisdiction, under the present scheme, it is limited only to Gibraltar in any case. However, can it be done? I suppose it could be done. It would be very lengthy and a very complex and complicated exercise, which may take years. However, should the honourable gentleman ever find himself in my chair as Minister for Housing, then he may want to look and see who has property outside of Gibraltar and strike them off from the housing waiting list, or dare I say, ask for the house back. But like I said, Madam Speaker, if he is ever in this chair, then he can do that. I'm sure he will. He also wants to means test. Be my guest.
But what the government is, in effect, showing here is a defeatist attitude. At least the relevant applicant should tick a box and by way of self-declaration say, I do not have a property outside in Gibraltar or elsewhere. I mean, what answer, the quite flippant way, in the way that the minister has provided, does she not agree that in effect the government is admitting defeat and is saying, look, it's going to be so difficult administratively to establish whether somebody has a property in Spain, a villa in Sotogrande, for example, giving her an extreme view, and is living in Varelbeek. I mean, how can that be? When all you need to do is at least put it to people who are applying, saying you need to self-declare that you do not have a property outside of Gibraltar. And I dare say that actually, looking at the registered in Spain, let's say, or elsewhere, it may not be actually that difficult to establish.
Madam Speaker, we have the same defeatist attitude that the GST had for 16 years then.